money for my child, and I plan within a year or two to have a child at some point. That's it. That's all. Simple reason.
Okay.
That's not
Are
the
you
not the
inviting
crazy.
I thought
anybody from
Cody
the
was your
culture to
baby.
the baby shower, man, in the
I
gender
thought
review?
Champion
Who
was your
said it's
baby.
happening? Huh?
I thought Champion was your baby.
It is it's just
Happened to
growing up.
that? You abandon your baby, or you giving
It's
it up
it's
for
it's, it's not
adoption?
He is
You want
Jamaican.
at the
somebody
end of
to
the day.
adopt it?
At the end of the day, if Champion was my baby, it's a grown person right now, bro.
So that's why I
Nah,
threw
it's
Lloyd.
only 7 years
It's
old. It's only 8 years
no
old. You
champion.
would kick your
Very,
baby
very
out
on
at 8?
brand. I ain't gonna
Champion
hold you.
started in
Very on
2017.
brand.
Right, so
Champion
it's
started in
8 years old.
2017.
How
Nah,
you kicking somebody out at 8?
no. It's gonna end it.
Hey, the
Hold on, it's gonna
doggy.
end in
It's dog years, boss.
2025. The last panel is in 2026. That's a grown. That child can run now. What we talking about?
All right, man. John, could we ever see a you and Lloyd Banks happen as a battle?
That's up to PLK, man. He hold the power.
Yo, listen, man, y'all
I'll
cut it
be
out, man.
honored though. I'll be
Y'all
honored.
niggas leave me the fuck alone, B. Y'all, y'all trying to take the attention off of what y'all got going on. Let's ask some battle rap questions. What's the
Nah, we
what
need
what's
niggas like you right now because you was a nigga that seen the industry success that people actually believe in when it come to battle rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas actually feel like, see, you think niggas sleep on you. Like niggas think you
I
what
do.
you ain't.
I honestly do.
Nah, see,
But
that's
I
where you
don't
got
at
it
the same
fucked up
time. I
at.
don't.
Nah, nobody
I want to
sleep on you. No way.
not to a certain extent. It's not like a sleep type of thing. And I actually appreciate you too, John, for even like just throwing my name in the mix. Like to me, that's enough for me. You feel me? Like just to be brought up in the conversations. Like, cause it's motherfuckers at home that's tight that they not brought up in the conversations.
That's what I'm saying. That the energy is different around you than any other industry nigga. And I'm not saying that because you here. It's like because nigga, I was listening to them tapes too. I know who I'm talking to. And everybody in here know who they talking to. When it come to bars or anything like that, niggas feel like you are more capable. You pose more of a threat than anybody else we seen come back. So that anomaly shit you talking about, we know that's a possibility. We just want to see it.
Nah,
We just want to see it.
I hear you. I'm just like I said, I'm a fan like of the culture for a long time. So I'm not gonna let y'all like scapegoat. I'm concerned about the battle rap, the culture, and where we are right now. Like I want to know. I'm intrigued of like where it's gonna go within y'all. Like who has the highest ceiling from the new guys, like potential wise. Like what battle is needed. What's the pros and the cons? Like what can you genuinely say is the biggest thing missing from battle rap? And what is the best thing that's been added to the culture in the last 10 years? Because the people I speak to, these are the questions I'll be asking. Like,
Yeah, man, that's real. I think man, it come back down to like, man, like I say, all that shit go back to like being accessible, like to and easy for people to find it again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that's with anything, man. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't even know where to watch battles at or what league. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different leagues, so much stuff going on. So battle rap is all over the place. So unless you really just a person like yourself or like any of us that's in this space that's really, really tuned in, you only gonna kind of keep up with like who you rock with. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be people that's just fans of Gotti that tune in to Gotti. Might be niggas that just fans of John that tune into what he got going on. So I think it's more so of us finding a way to make that shit more easier, digestible for just the average person. Like what we were saying earlier, like reaching out to outside outlets, you know what I'm saying, to get them more involved instead of just reaching out within this culture. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
what
I
it
think,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Go
need
ahead.
more outside resources. Like we have them, but we gotta like show it's worth it for them outside resources to tap in. You know what I mean? If we all ain't moving on one accord, they gonna look at this shit like, man, them niggas is just running them up.
yo, I was just about to say that, right? Like, I ain't going to front. Like, I enjoy the blogs, period. Like, before, after the battles. But I ain't going to front. Like, the blogs I enjoyed the most was like when y'all all be outside together, like 6, 7 of y'all, just talking shit amongst each other as giants. I feel like that's necessary because, and I'm not just saying that from the outside looking in. I'm saying that from my genre too. Like I always felt like that. Like motherfuckers waited too long to actually start communicating, and it's no excuses now. When I first came in the game, it wasn't no DMs and no shit like that. So it was real easy to control people. Um, you actually felt like you was riding the dying for like Def Jam or Interscope, or what I'm saying. It was like a weird energy where it's like now y'all kind of got the power and the information to get together. I just think that'd be dope if, like you said, y'all get on one accord. Not everybody, but just the people who are on the same page, and not just vocally do it, but visually show it and spark some energy.
I mean, I think everybody that's in the speaker spot is financially invested in the growth of battle rap. That's why we even having this dialogue. But I do think for me, I see that people need a bridge for more visibility. We need major artists collaborating with battle rappers. We need to create a battle rap music industry, if you will, even if you're not battling, but just you even pulling up to the space to speak is a way of elevating the culture. You know what I'm saying? And letting people know who's watching. A lot of times battlers don't even know who's really appreciating what they do because they don't get that direct feedback. So all of us are contributing in some type of way to growing the culture. You know what I'm saying? So salute.
With that being said, you gonna answer the question: who got the highest ceiling from the new dogs?
The
everybody
new
everybody
niggas,
went mute when I asked that
Oh,
question.
for
the
the
new
new
niggas
dude.
is
Who
Eunice,
gonna
Eunice,
turn the
no
tide?
question. Eunice,
Eunice.
Eunice is the new nigga. I'm
I
the
seen
most
a clip.
invested in
I
that
seen
nigga.
like two clips of him. I haven't seen enough.
You seen him in Nitty battle?
I didn't see that one yet, and that goes
That's
that
one of them
goes back
ones.
to what Gotti was saying. Like, just it's kind of like the NBA, right? Like, and the music. Like when I was coming up, it was like you didn't get to pick and choose. Nothing was on demand since like the box. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember the box
Yeah,
type
niggas
deals
remember the
and
box
shit
for
like that.
sure.
And
Stop the games, nigga. Come on, stop
even
playing.
with that, it was payola with that. It's no coincidence we saw Bone Thugs and Harmony, 1,000
30
times a
times a
day.
day. Word.
Right. So they made you
So
believe you was a part of the process. But what I'm saying is, like, you see how like even the NBA is like it's on demand now. So a lot of the stars would be superstars if it was on, NBC, ABC, shit like, back in the days. You had to come
That's a
home and
fact.
see it. Like you had to
That's a
come
fact.
home and see fucking Bow Wow #1 on 106 in Park, or the whole countdown. So it's kind of similar with battle rap now. It's like you don't it's not just in your face because that's the only option. It's like it's on demand now. So whether you gotta go to, you know, whatever platform to watch it,
I
that's why
mean,
I don't see the battle rap
bags and
stuff.
bodies versus the riot is going down. I think Geechi could speak to that. That's gonna be nothing but new talent. Go ahead, Geechi.
yeah, no, yeah, definitely, man. Shout out, you know what I mean, my nigga Hitman, man, the boss, all them over there. We March 1st, we got an event. It's gonna be a free stream on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? And I think we kind of came with that idea just for that same fact that it's like it's tough to break a lot of newer stars when you putting them behind them paywalls. Which I'm not. You can't be mad at no leagues. Like shout out URL for having the app because they've been giving free shit away for years, so they gotta recoup in any way they can. So I ain't knocking them, but far as like to get them new talent out there, like you said, like it was easier to know Michael Jordan was the coldest nigga because you going home and you watching basketball on TV and you know what I'm saying, he dropping 40, 50 on niggas. You like, okay, for sure. Then you know who else is good because you watching it, you know what I'm saying, right now. Like you said, the sport is even tougher to watch anything right now, man. Everything is kind of behind something, you know what I mean? Some kind of thing where you got to kind of invest your money into watching a lot of this shit. But it's a lot of new dudes, man. Like you said, Eunice, man. We just had Capo in here earlier, man. You know, he doing a lot of not just rapping, but he probably got the highest ceiling as far as when he promoing and doing things outside the ring and keeping his name visible. You know what I'm saying? We got dudes like Hansel, you know what I'm saying, from the West who making a lot of noise. Just had a dope battle with another young dude, Dyson, is getting a lot of controversy. So they name is in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And just on that card alone with our card, everybody on there newer people. You know what I'm saying? So like you feel me? A lot of dope talent on there. Dollar Bill, Fate. You know what I'm saying? Just had some drop with She. We seen Dollar Bill at the source drop. So it's a lot of new dudes. I think this year, if I'm a newer battler, this is the year where I try to separate myself from the pack. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't personally say that there's one person that's leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we'll probably say Eunice, Hansel, Capo, the kind of like the names that you hear the most of the newer dudes. Dollar Bill been sneaking in that conversation as well, but I feel like they all still in that same little range. Like nobody really just all the way took off from the next one yet. So I think this year, if I'm them, like yeah, I'm trying to battle each other, talk shit, like. You know what I mean? Like get that, that energy going to where motherfuckers ain't no question that when you ask that question, we'll all be in agreement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was on. When I came up, when they asked who was the hottest new niggas, I needed everybody to say Geechi. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga Gotti, he the hottest nigga, he killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want no 2, 3, 4 niggas names mentioned with mine. Like I'm trying to smoke all these niggas, be the hottest niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Banks, no, you feel me? I was honored when Banks reached out to me when I was coming up and let the nigga know he see what I was doing and rocked with me. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the type of energy you gotta have when you coming up. Is like nigga, so like I ain't gonna say nothing. Who the hottest right now? I feel like this day year to make that claim though, Banks. You feel me? Like this, I feel like this the year where they could set themselves apart.
Nah, listen, man, I get it. That's your humble opinion. That's the humble Geechi. The Geechi. Basically,
Why
let me
you
tell
gotta
y'all what he's
call
saying.
me out on
Basically,
the?
he's in Crip. He's pretty much saying niggas doing their thing, but they not as cold as me when I came in.
This
Right,
is
right.
hilarious.
I ain't seen that yet, man. I ain't seen that yet, man. You know what I'm saying?
Think you
I'm
willing
still
to pull up
looking,
and
man.
judge a battle?
Facts.
Or
I'm
you
willing to
I
pull
know
up.
I know you busy,
Oh
but
man.
you willing to pull up and be in the building for a battle rap event?
Yo, listen, I would have to sit
Bruh.
down and have a conversation, man, because I got love for motherfuckers. But like I said, I know the culture, and
Yeah.
it's too much
Niggas be in their
sensitivity.
feelings, Banks. You hear
Yeah,
me?
I'm
Yeah.
not trying niggas making
Don't
diss
run them away,
records on
No,
me.
no,
y'all.
I
Don't
ain't
run
gonna
them
wait. You
away.
know, you already know that, the boss. You know that. You already
Feel
know that.
me? I need like Jay Black gotta be like he gotta kind of like mediate that shit.
But I'm gonna say this though, man. Like and that's your humble, like what I'm saying, side right there. Cause hey, you know, feel me? Cause like John said, man, one thing niggas know, like this here is battle rap, but like nigga, there's niggas in here. You see my nigga Mills in there, Walker. You know what I mean? Niggas know rap, and niggas respect your opinion. So if you told some niggas some shit wasn't hot, whether nigga gonna disagree or not, niggas ain't finna be. Niggas know you know rap, nigga. You got platinum records, man. You got all kind of shit going on. Like you done made a career off rap, man. That's why you able to chill in the spaces with us, man. You probably got your feet kicked up watching the old, you know what I'm saying? Watching the old movie right now, man. Like you made a living off being one of the greatest rappers in this game, so you judging like motherfuckers respect your word more than you probably even give yourself credit for. You know what I'm saying? For real, for
Yo,
real.
you know what I tell people all the time, like on the rise, and when that energy is there, like just don't overlook it, like appreciate it. You gotta appreciate it in the moment because I'm telling you from experience, like those early mixtape days and shit, like when I'm getting Justo, rest in peace to Justo, when you getting those mixtape awards and shit, like you don't know, right? But looking back in hindsight, it's like them shits meant just as much as any other accomplishment that I had. And
Man,
things are
for
gonna
real.
change, right? The supporters, the fans, the people that just make up the building, the culture, shit ain't gonna stay the same. And the fact is, you might not never get that energy again. I hate to make the analogy to like a drug, but it's like crack. Like that first hit, you're gonna be chasing that shit for a long time. So we'll be lucky if we get that energy again. But I'm not gonna sacrifice the accomplishments and the flowers that y'all deserve. Just outside of what y'all done, but the impact that y'all had on people like me and just the fans in general, it was the time. As much as it was about you and you put all that work in and them hours and shit to tailor your style and shit like that, y'all kind of like represent a whole 5 to 10 year period for the culture. It just might never be the same. It's no different from mainstream hip hop and shit like that. The golden era in the early '90s, and then a resurgence in the late '90s. But it might not never be that again. So that'd be my advice. Like when you guys are coming up, in that moment, take that moment in and live in that moment, appreciate it, because that might be the best time. Like in hindsight, you look back, you be like, damn, I got million view battles and shit like that. But that one in the park that made your name, that might have a everlasting impact on you more than any other.
Nah, man, nah, that was some gems right there. That's real. That's real, right?
Love it while you got a chance. Love it while you love it, bro. Cause that's another thing. That's why I tip my hat to the, the Luxes of the world and shit. That been doing it for a long fucking time and just, you know, still got that love for it to put the work in to get better and better. That says a lot.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. That because that love, like you say, that shit can change. Like as far as like you know what I'm saying, like over time, and that early energy, like it be hard to get that back. You know, you ain't never lied about that right
Yo,
there. That
especially when you go through that little resistance era.
man,
I don't know if you really
yeah.
got it, Gotti. Like you might have
I
had
had one, man. I
maybe
had
like
one.
yeah, like maybe one battle.
I
I'm
had
talking about
one,
it's
man.
nigga John. It's niggas do get like 3-4 battles stretch where it's just like you saying some phenomenal shit.
And nobody fucking with
And
you.
niggas is just tired of seeing you like,
Yeah, it's just fatigue. It's like
Yeah.
visibility fatigue almost. It's like they see you so much.
facts,
It's like
facts.
they not appreciating it the same way as they did when they first seen you. Because now it's not. There's no. You lose shock value. You know what I mean? Now it damn near becomes predictable. It damn near becomes predictable. It get to a point in battle rap where you could a nigga could 30 a bunch of battlers back to back, and then it get to a point where now if you what you the last nigga you 30, it ain't nothing special no more. That's what they do all the time. Like niggas don't appreciate it. It's like the LeBron effect. LeBron been good for so long. Now he'll put up some numbers that somebody else would be in the fucking MVP conversation for. But if LeBron put up these numbers, he fell off because it's not the same numbers that he once did or at his peak or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's like he didn't
I feel like,
it's like he didn't jump that high this time. Like he's not jumping as high.
yeah,
So it's like
but he's doing the same dunk though.
right, just not as high in the air. So it's like, and it's wild because even in battle rap, it's like get to a point where it's like you gotta have a scandal. I gotta get in a scandal or something. Like I gotta get
Yeah,
shot, some shit to
yeah,
come back.
yeah,
Real
pretty
tough.
I
much,
That's
gotta go
real.
to jail. I gotta go get locked up, come back. Like what I gotta do?
pretty
Man.
much. You got to start a full-on war,
Yo,
and then
John, you feel like Mystique plays a role in your status?
in my status, like personally or just generally.
No, I'm talking about like Mystique can play a role in somebody's status. Like if I don't see you for a long time, like you're automatically held high just because of the mystique of us not seeing you.
I think it.
But if I see you, but if we start seeing you back to back, once we knock that mystique off, you become like regular.
Yeah, I think I used to think like that was like a set thing, but I feel like it's different for each individual. Like, cause I used to feel like niggas battling back to back would was not a good thing until you get a nigga like Geechi Gotti that changed my whole perception of it. I felt like when niggas battling back to back, you gonna lower your stock. You people going like it ain't you not gonna go nowhere. You gonna run out these battles. Like I thought it was a terrible thing. You got to I see niggas like Geechee, then you got JC. You know what I mean? Then later on, you started to get the Avs, you know what I mean? It changed my perception of it. Like, well, maybe that's not the case, but that do hurt some people and it helps some people. Like a Loaded Lux. I think if Loaded Lux battled more times throughout the year, he won't be appreciated as much. So the mystique is like perfect for him. But then you got other niggas that doesn't have the status that Lux has. So you could try to be mystical, you're gonna be forgotten about because there's so many other battlers and the attention span that don't work for everybody. Some niggas might be mystique and be forgotten about. Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of
True.
niggas is battling for relevance too. Niggas got to stay in the public eye for people to talk about them. So they gotta keep an announcement. I gotta keep it a, you know what I mean? Some niggas, but other niggas don't have to do that. Other niggas don't have to battle all the time. A nigga could just some niggas could just pop up and do an interview, and people see this interview. Damn, we want to see this nigga. We ain't seen him in a minute. What's up with him?
Yeah.
That you know that don't work for everybody though. If Mystique is part of your character, then yeah, that works for you. But that shit don't work for everybody.
That's a fact, because you hear people say all the time, "Well, so and so don't promote," And they so and so don't do this. You not them. I think self awareness is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you may look at a Nitty and say he don't, but you do you rap like Nitty? You and Nitty punchlines ain't the same. Like everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. And everybody don't have presence and aura like a Lux can, where you only pop out. John not 100% right. I don't want to say nobody's name because then I'll be all over the blogs. But certain battlers, they try to battle once a year. Then yeah, didn't nobody watch that one either. That one got 700 views. Nobody cared about that battle day.
Yeah, that's the word right there. Self awareness. You got to know what lane you in. You know what I mean? I feel like I've identified that for myself a long time ago. Like I'm not a nigga that could just be. This how I feel. Me just battling anybody any given time. Nah, I gotta take battles that I feel like is gonna matter for people to, you know what I mean? Like you got certain niggas that got styles that's just good all the time because they're exciting. They got the performance. They got the, you know what I mean? I base my style within each battle. So the battle has to matter for people to care about a John John battle. That's how I
Let me
feel. So
let me
I'm
say
not
this,
taking
Joe.
no
That
battles just anywhere,
that
anytime.
Let
that's
me
why
say
it's
this, Joe.
good.
One time, man, like you know what I mean. I'm thinking like too, like another thing that I feel like battle rap always kind of like used to call itself a sport. Motherfuckers be calling this shit a sport. Like, man, battle rap like a sport. You know what I'm saying? The word sport or whatnot. But I feel like something that we never really capitalize off of that other sports do is rematches and shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron and Curry gonna go against each other as many times they gotta see each other in the finals. Mahomes finna go against Hurst again. Like this is a word sport. So just cause you know what I mean, just cause you seen Mook versus Lux one time and the next time they see each other, they might say something different. We didn't build on a lot of rivalries and storylines to keep the shit going to where you want to see it again. So it'd be like really one and done, and niggas would be like, man, that nigga already battled, that nigga's over. So sometimes the shelf life, like, you know what I mean, it kind of disappear and it make it seem as if it's dying because we feel like we done seen matchups. And even though you might want to see it again, we never built the sport around niggas running it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? We don't, it's like, you really got rarely people that done battle more than once. You feel me? It's only like, that's few and far in between. I think we should have kept that type of shit going because a lot of these matchups needed storylines to keep this shit growing in a backstory and them type of, you know what I mean, to keep
Hey,
the sport alive. You feel me?
Geechi, if you need a rematch, just say that. I know you don't like the way
Nah,
the
that's
first
crazy.
Man, I
battle
whoop
turned
you.
out.
I
Like, if
don't
you
know.
really, like,
Hey,
you ain't have
Nah,
to
I
give
think.
all of that
Hey,
for
hey,
that.
I ain't gonna lie. I think.
and I'll whoop you again too.
Nah,
You know
but
what
I
I mean?
think what Gotti's saying some real shit because when he battled A Ward again, it was just as exciting as the first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they promoted it. Like, all right, run it back then.
Yeah, exactly. Like just that argument sometime will get the fans back involved and get us back. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I
Nah,
think
it's
we just
crazy.
gotta
It's
work on
crazy you
that.
say that though, Gotti, because I was in a conversation with some people, and it kind of turned me off because I felt like they was trying to get too much control of the situation because it was their money. Like I was in a situation like with millionaires basically trying to, they wanted me to facilitate the event and everything, and they wanted me to put my stamp on it. So I'm trying to do everything to make sure it's perfect, like for battle rap was nothing out the norm. So as we kept doing conference calls and they got more excited about it, they was coming up with different ideas, and they was trying to pre-book rematches. Like they wanted to book battles, like let's say they booking me and you, Gotti, but they want to book it twice though. So they want to have a
Yeah.
rematch already scheduled because they wanted to cater to the betting side of it in Vegas. They wanted to make it like that. And in the midst of them conversations, they basically wanted to control the outcome as well. You see what I'm
I know what
saying?
you're
Like
saying. Yeah, I
to
know what you're
sell the
saying. Yeah.
rematches. And to me,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh nah, I can't be in this conversation.
On
So
the integrity side, you couldn't. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
exactly.
Like, yeah, integrity of the sport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, that's not really what this is. And then I'm like, how soon are y'all trying to book these rematches too? Because rematches, it take years for it to really work. That was my opinion at the time. You know what I mean? You saying what
Yeah.
you saying just now is giving me another outlook on it.
Look on
But
it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
a
at the
different look on it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
at the time, that's how I was feeling. I'm like, nah, you pre-planning rematches. It just seemed too staged. The more battle rap seems staged, takes away from the essence. becomes a show.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it's not even competition no more. It's just a show. There's nothing to really
yeah,
lose. We need more battles where the loser leave with nothing. We need high
yeah,
profile battles where the loser leaves with nothing. We need
yeah,
to we need to
yeah,
interview a nigga had a camera in his face ready to cry because he's going home with nothing.
yeah,
Not,
yeah.
oh, I'm
On the
good because
hood.
I got a deposit. I'm good because whatever. Nah, nigga, somebody gotta leave with nothing. And that brings a different type of competition, it brings a different type of hunger because ain't nobody trying to go home with nothing. The
Do
best
y'all
part
think
about it is
certain battles shouldn't be? Because I agree that like I like the idea of rematches, but I feel like in battle rap, like a rematch, it needs to be something that happened. Like it makes sense for Easy and Twerk to rematch. It makes sense for Miss Hustle and Jazz to rematch. They completely different battlers now. But like Geechee and Surf, that's a classic. Touch that for what? Like I would be upset if a rematch wasn't that. Cause like you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
classics
Certain
shouldn't be touched. Classics shouldn't be
Yeah,
touched.
fact. Yeah, you
they
don't fuck with the crowd.
I think underwhelming anticipated battles should be rematched.
I like that. I
If
like
you
That's
that.
had a
fair.
if you had an anticipated battle happen, then it turns out to
I
be
feel like
underwhelming.
debatable. I feel like real debatable battles could be rematched too, though. Like if niggas is still arguing after the battle, like nigga, what man, nigga, I'll beat you again, then nigga. Like this time I'm gonna make it clear. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
you in
shit like
Ward
that,
3, like shit like that.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll
How
smoke
y'all
you
feel
for
about
sure, third
tournament
time for
battles?
sure.
Should all the tournament battles, like the good ones, should they take place outside? Like Swamp and Suge want to battle again.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at
exactly
that at
shit
all.
like that because sometimes those tournament battles be real short rounds, and you know what I mean, like short prep. You give them more time, you might get a better battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wouldn't be mad at some of those tournament battles
We
for
definitely
sure.
doing Cal and Suge rematch this year. Shit like that.
Like people talking about Cal and Lux battling again. I wouldn't be mad at that because
Yeah, I'm
people
not
Me,
mad
always
at
Yeah,
that
I
Cal
agree
either.
and
with that.
Lux.
I
That's
agree
fire
Yeah,
with that.
Cal
too.
and Lux.
That's fire
Yeah.
too.
people always arguing like did Cal win because of Lux choked. All that is like that's a storyline there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely enough big battles that could get. It could be a whole rematch called a
But
heavy
what does that
hitting
say about the
rematch.
state of the culture though? Like
Mm.
we gotta look forward to the battles we've seen already for to get good
It's no
battles.
new super duper stars. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? So for the mega matches, we still got to rely on the previous generation.
The big name. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how do we
that's
make a
just
super
the
duper
truth
star?
though, John. John, you heard? That's just the reality of battle rap right now. Like it's not too many mega matchups right now. Where all right, Surf come home, surfing easy would be a mega matchup. Tay Rock and Easy would be a mega matchup. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not too many mega matchups left until the next level of stars come out. And besides that, it's a lot of mega matches on a rematch side though that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying?
Or also, y'all,
Like
it was hard for us to name who that is new. That's a star. I feel like the vets battling more new people is what's going to make them rise as well. So more rookie versus vets kind of cards, I think, will also be good.
That's
man, Rookie
exactly
versus
what I was
Vets
gonna
was
say,
killing them
Delisa. They
niggas.
gotta do another because that's what really catapults it. Like T Top Bridge, the ones who survived. Now, John John the Prep
Nah,
was a
that's
different story, but what Wavy did, you know
Yo,
what I'm saying? Bridge derailed Wavy after that, but I'm saying the ones who survived
oh
Rookie
Bridge
versus
did,
Vet,
huh? Oh, all right.
they
all
went on to
right,
be
man.
superstars. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Vixen Assassin versus Asia Amora need to
Talk
happen.
crazy,
Yeah,
Cal.
Well, book it. What you waiting on?
I don't care what happened. I'm not
I
rematching
am booking.
Calico. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah,
That's not
what
No,
an
you go.
easy
John?
You gotta take
rematch.
that win to
Fuck
the
I'm
you,
not
grave.
John.
Take
rematching
that win to the
Cal at
Fuck
grave.
you,
all.
John.
So it's over
Boy, it
with.
cost me 100K, boy.
Fuck you, John.
Got me finna
I need my
rematch too,
I need
folks.
my rematch for sure.
Nope, we friends.
We was friends then, bitch.
Funny as
This
shit.
nigga jumped me. Them niggas jumped me, dog.
Do y'all think it
That's
should be a
fucked up.
certain amount of time between rematches, like at least 5 years, 3 years?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it depends on the outcome, and
It
then
depends on the outcome. Yeah,
If it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
real fire battle, I don't care if that bitch on the next card
Yeah,
rematch
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like, cause like in boxing, sometimes the fight be good. They run it right back
And then
next.
they
You
run it
know what
right back. That be their
I'm
next
saying?
fight.
That'd be their next
I ain't gonna
fight.
lie, that's different though. Like a battle
That's
happen and it's a
fire.
classic, and you like, fuck it, we want more.
That's
Y'all want
fire.
more and book it again. That's kind of
Cause
different.
back in the day, niggas used to go 6 and 7 rounds.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
So
how I
so it
felt.
ain't gonna be like it's too much rapping or nothing.
That's how I
I
felt
mean, if
about
y'all with it, I
Ad
think
versus
that's dope.
Nitty.
We would have thought, like, just on the fan side, we would think like it's more difficult to write 3 new rounds for somebody that you like. I think JC and O Red battled like 3 times, and it's like
Yeah,
how you
but
keep writing. Go ahead.
Shit, just
niggas used
rap.
to rap for 7 rounds against one nigga in one battle. So that ain't no excuse if the battle fire.
Facts.
That's gonna test a nigga pen right there too, though. Like, nigga, how you stop?
For sure.
How you can't keep coming up with creative shit to say if you're a rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like now that old angle is gone. You used that one already. Can you beat them again without using that shit you said last time? Or how can you
Right.
re-rock it to make it hit again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the challenge. Niggas need to be challenged more. Then we'll see more greatness. Niggas ain't we
Yep.
ain't
So,
really
John, you willing to rematch Jack Boy?
no way.
Thank you.
Fucking do what?
I think to me, it's those types of battles to me that warrant a rematch. I ain't gonna care.
I don't think that
Mm.
battle warranted a rematch. I think a battle like Geechi and Twerk could get a rematch. Easy and Twerk.
Yeah,
For
because
sure,
that
easy
was
and
Jack
first.
Boy. Because my thing is that was Jack Boy's shot, and he failed. So why am I giving him a shot again? Because why would? Because like it's different if it was like
John and Hitman, like now years later, you ain't the new dude you was
Yup,
coming in,
yup.
shit like that.
right. But me and Holla was a classic.
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
you know what I mean? That'll make more sense than me and Jack because I mean it was some classic moments,
He
but
show back up like, nigga, I don't wear that chain no more, nigga. What's happening?
see it could happen. Let's say if Jack Boy go on a
Yo,
crazy kill streak, and the niggas is like, oh John, you can't beat him that, and that's the conversation. Then that's something else. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
I know what you're
depends
saying. Like
on
he
the
gotta
build
make it
up
make
to it.
sense. He gotta make it make sense though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The rematch gotta make sense for both battlers on the real. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
nigga said I don't wear that chain no more. I got a new
I
chain.
need I need Mook in LA, man. Set it up. Any league. Let's get it.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't gonna care.
Yeah, I
I
need my rub back
Hey
at
Gotti,
the home.
I ain't
Fuck
gonna
Shit, you got
lie,
to
London.
bro.
battle Lux and Harlem then, nigga,
This time,
Hey,
but this time, Geechee and Mook gotta be in a small room this time.
hey, look though, look,
and
Mook got
Jones
me
in
in New
Jersey,
York.
nigga.
Hey, look, I will do the now. Listen to funny part. I'm about to, I ain't gonna even keep talking about it, but so the nigga Jones battle be in New York, right? The year after, right? That nigga started the battle. That nigga said, "Hey, yo, man, fuck these Cali niggas." Like, man, that shit. That nigga tried that shit too. That's this nigga Jones. That nigga thought that shit was gonna work, man. Nigga whooped his ass up there with that shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, my son pulled it easy when he battled Suge. First thing my son said, free surf. I said, oh, my son trying to get the reaction in Jersey, y'all.
They
Got him.
turned into a panda bear immediately.
all
Hey,
right,
battle rap is
man.
funny. Niggas be
Crazy.
trying all kind of shit to get that crowd, man. Niggas
All
try.
kinds of shit. I used to try shit too till I realized sometimes that shit is hit or miss. Don't try nothing. Go in there with what you know.
Yeah, you try some shit and then miss, it's over. Yeah, no, I'm with it, man. I like this conversation though, man. That's a good thing that we talking about how to get battle rap in a better space than a lot of the dramas and all that shit too, though. So that lets you know what I mean, that it's gonna get to where it's going because it was a lot of people that came in here. I'm pretty sure even when I wasn't here that spoke. So what I'm saying, everybody kind of in that same boat, like trying to keep this shit growing. And that's why I salute the niggas who got leagues, man. You know what I'm saying, because like man, salute to the big leagues that we brought up earlier, the RBEs, URLs, and all that. But to see these smaller leagues like with battlers running it, that you got to support that, like John said, man, because niggas coming out their own pockets and niggas doing each other favors and doing these things. But in order for niggas to be able to offer you more money next time, a nigga got to be able to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like with the
Mhm.
support, you feel me? So it's like if motherfucker want to see like another mega match, like let's just say we got Nitty and Daylight right now finna go down, but motherfuckers don't support it and it don't go crazy like it's supposed to. Shit, we ain't we you know what I'm saying? We might not never see no big battle like that on their league again. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You gotta support it. You feel me? You got Hitman and Hustle finna go down. You got all these big announcements, Rex and motherfucking Twerk. Like niggas gotta support all this shit. You know what I'm saying? To try to help this shit get to the next level. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Nigga,
lie. I
Geach,
ain't
let me
seen a
ask you
spot
this.
like this in a while.
Yeah, it's a lot of big battles going on. I hear you, John.
The nigga, Frank earlier saying, because I was like, being that we going in this direction, and where the battlers, there's more, like the more of the major leagues is being ran by battlers now. Now it's gonna be more easier to get on one accord amongst the leagues. And I'm saying now it's gonna be easier being that the battlers are, and he's still saying it's impossible. What do you think?
Oh, you saying like it'll be easier for the leagues to like now that battlers is yeah, it'll be easier because yeah, the battlers got a better relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not like just random league owners who don't really know each other. They don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Exactly.
we able to kind of rock and go like you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to really holler about. You know what I'm saying? Like in a negative way. I'm not saying business ain't gonna still be in place, but you know when you got a different relationship, you kind of can work with a motherfucker a little bit easier. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Because we still support each other.
We still
It's still,
supporting each
we
other.
go
You
to
feel
each
me?
other events. We you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's the same shit. Like
yeah, still the same.
nigga might battle on another nigga platform. Nigga might it's like
Yeah,
the relationship is just
yeah.
different.
It's
That's
like
what
yeah,
I'm.
you do this for me on my league, then I got you on yours. You know, little, one hand wash the other, all that type of shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
yeah,
you get more of that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get more of that.
yeah.
But see, here's my question. I've kind of been wondering this for like a good week or two. Being as though we got so many battlers like throwing their own events and doing their own leagues, do you think that could be the decline of the big leagues?
Y'all got to define the big leagues. What is like? I feel like the leagues that's going on now
I
are
don't
the
like
big
that.
leagues.
We literally
Nah,
did
because
that.
it's like
I mean,
what are you saying? It's
like the
smaller leagues.
URLs and the
I,
KOTDs and
yeah, I
stuff
was about
like
to
that.
say they
That's what
got to
I'm
be
getting
saying
at.
like URL, King of the dot
URL,
com,
KOTD, stuff
RBE.
like
But
Those are
that.
what I'm
big.
saying is that's the problem. Why like because the battlers are running the leagues that make them smaller leagues? How?
I didn't say
When
small
when the
league,
number
John. That's not what I said at all. I said will more battlers creating their own leagues, throwing their own events, be the decline of those leagues that have been around for a minute. That's what I'm getting at.
yeah, but you said big leagues as if the like the Riot is a big league.
No, but
Beat
I
Black
think
Mafia
he
is a
was
big
saying
league.
Come on, man. Let's
like what the
let's not spin
battlers.
this into something that it's not. You should know what I'm getting
Nah,
at. I'm
No,
not
no,
trying to
what
hear
no.
saying play nobody's league, John. Come on, that's not even my
no,
style.
what I'm saying is
Talk to
we
these
have
talk to
big
these niggas,
leagues.
John.
You saying if these leagues is around, it's gonna be the decline of the big leagues, as if these leagues aren't big leagues. We gotta be mindful of the words that we use in here. You didn't say of the OG leagues, or you said the
Okay, so
big
let me
leagues as if
reword
these
that
leagues
then.
ain't big
The
too.
more well-established leagues, if that makes any more sense, like the
Will
URLs,
it
the
be the decline
KOTDs.
of URL, RBE, and King of the Dot?
I
Thank you,
feel like
Geechi.
I feel like the decline of them is the reason we are getting more leagues ran by battlers. I think the decline was happening beforehand. I think
And
it's the
that
league.
answers my question
Yeah, I
already.
think
Then
the
that
leagues
answers
is
my
picking it
question,
up.
John.
Yeah, the battlers is picking it up. That's what I'm saying. In this direction is different. It's like I don't think the decline is going to happen because of this. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like whatever was happening regardless. I think the climate of the culture is just changing. It's like
Yeah,
okay,
and
this is happening. Yeah.
I absolutely agree because you see more battlers put on the matchups we want to see. You know what I'm saying? On their independent leagues. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the question that came to mind to me, like, damn, it might be just run by battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. And that's all right with me.
Nah,
You
but
know
the
what I mean? It's
crazy
just something that
thing
I
is,
support.
I don't think that's gonna make it. I don't think that's gonna be the reason, or that can be the reason to be a decline. That go back to me saying it's about communication because all the battlers that's throwing events and starting leagues, it's the same thing. If they get on the phone with Smack, if they get on the phone with ARP, if they get on the phone with Organic and them and be like, "Yo, listen, I'm throwing a big event this day and everybody on one accord so everybody know we could all have a major event in the same we could all have two major events every year. Every league can have a major event, two major events a year, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's 12 months in a year. If six league owners say get on one accord and say, yo, listen, I'm gonna have an event this month and I'm gonna have an event that month. You get what I'm saying? Like it's enough for everybody to have that way if whoever have an event in January, then the next league have it in February, then March, then April, then May. Now that league, that first league, they doing it again in June. Another big mega card. Like you feel what I'm saying? It's ways to do it where everybody can still have mega cards and everybody could keep the fans and the culture happy. It's ways to do it.
Only way we're gonna get mega cards, we need mega support. If we had the right support, won't nobody be declining. The decline came from the support. Once the support declined, that's when a lot of shit happened. That's where the people that was here for the business side of it and not for the love of battle rap, that's when they started stepping back. But you got the battlers that's still here, that still love this shit. That's saying, all right, y'all want to act like this. Y'all want to say the money ain't here. Y'all want to say this and that. All right, we going to go get it ourselves now. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The battle rappers are creating their own platforms and taking shit into their own hands. So now we are literally going in a new era right now. 2025 is the start of a new era. Watch, 3 years from now, it's going to be a whole different landscape. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. That's what the nigga said, man. The inmates is running the building now. And it's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
I used to
Not
I used to
not
get
only
tired
that,
of
we get to see.
I used to get tired of hearing I used to get tired of seeing niggas complain about certain matchups that's not being booked because nobody else want to pay y'all for these battles. If y'all want these battles to happen that bad, make a platform and book it yourself.
I agree.
I've been preaching this for
That's exactly
years.
what I was gonna say.
I've been saying this for years, like years, literally. You could do it yourself instead of sitting there waiting or this and that. But now we seeing it. Now we seeing it. Niggas is taking more control. Now certain things that leagues used to do as a battler that we didn't like or we seen, well, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Now we got a chance to do it ourselves to show instead of talking about it all day.
And also battles we would have never got to see with just two or three major leagues. We get to see those battles now too.
right? And I mean, they at the end of the day, it's the same thing I just was saying. Like for the past what, like year, maybe 2 years, like the Battler Run leagues have put on like some of the best events. You know what I'm saying? And gave us some of the matchups that we wanted to see that other people wasn't able to do. But like I fucked with this emergence of battle rapper run leagues. You know what I mean?
It's a new energy. It's a new energy. Like you go to these events that's being thrown by battlers, and then you go to an event that's being thrown by a non-battler. That's not to say that the ones that's being thrown by non-battlers don't have no energy or it's not a vibe and none of that. All I'm saying is it's a difference, and you could feel it. It's literally a difference. Some settings just seem more professional, more, you know what I'm saying, more whatever. And then you got some settings by battle rapper. We know like how we supposed to feel when we going into a venue. We supposed to feel some type of, you know what I mean, some type of intensity, some type of tension, something. It gotta be something, some type of vibe. And then on top of that, when it's a battle rapper throwing an event, especially if there's a battle rapper throwing an event and battling. And battling. Nobody want to throw an event and be the worst nigga on the card. So there's competition right there. There's all of that. Like, you know what I mean? A non-battle rapper throwing an event don't even have to worry about them problems. You throwing an event and you battling, you gotta worry about the event running smooth. The back of your mind, you wondering what the money is doing. At the same time, you gotta worry about your fucking rounds, and you don't know what to focus more on, the business or the performance. It depends on what you valuing.
Yo,
A
John.
lot of times, when niggas is focusing on the business more, you're not gonna get a good performance.
I personally feel like niggas should I personally feel like when a battler is throwing an event, they shouldn't battle on their card. Like, not saying it's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like as a you being the league owner for that event and you throwing that card, you should make sure everything is sturdy with the business. That way you don't leave the battling. That way you ain't got to memorize no rhymes and then
But
have to
here's the
worry about.
scary part about that, Mills. Depending on who you are, what if it's your name that sells the card out? That means it's
Yeah,
business
that's
too.
different. Yeah, that's different.
You know what I mean? It means it's business too. You know, the biggest events that I've thrown in Atlanta, I battled on. So when I throw other events, what I was trying to, because you realize for a lot of years I wasn't battling on bullpen because bullpen wasn't about me. So I'm trying to bring everybody else up. Then it got to a point where I noticed, all right, I did my first event. Boom, that was a good turnout. Then I did the next few events without me. All right, well, shit. All right, well, we need to do a bullpen, a big event. Well, I'm gonna have to battle. Then there's a difference. Then there's a difference. You know what I mean? So it's like to pick it up. Sometimes niggas gonna have to do that. That's a sacrifice niggas may have to. But then that's where a team comes into place because you're gonna have to delegate. You're gonna have to delegate. You know what I mean? I was telling Calico this before his event. I was telling Easy the same thing. Any battle that I was throwing in the event that I spoke to, I was telling him, yo, it's gonna be best to focus on the performance, and you're gonna have to delegate. You're gonna have to do that. I didn't do that till later on when it came to bullpen, but it's just tough. But you're not wrong, no Mills. Like, cause battling every card you throw, that's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's very tough. But if you are the name, again, that mixed with business, I could book John and Don for free when I know what I'm charging niggas. I could book John and Don for free is how I'm looking at it. So anybody else that's throwing an event like Easy over there at Chrome, I could book Easy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Go ahead, Banks.
I feel like that's the difference.
Yo, can I ask you a question, John John?
Yeah, what else?
Because I heard you say something about worrying about your rounds, right? So, as a battle rapper, I don't think I ever really saw you like stumble and shit like that. So like as a rapper and a league owner, percentage wise, like what credit do you give that for the stagnation or any question in the culture as far as like executing, like how much does that play a role from slipping up, stumbling, choking, shit like that? Like how important is that? Should it be a bigger consequence for that? Like what's your thoughts on that?
Man, because again, that changes per battler. Because if you like pay-per-views and shit is sold before a nigga start rapping. So if you booking a nigga that sells tickets, but he just so happens to choke, but if he could get the people engaged in the next event, business-wise, it's like business-wise, it's easy to ignore that if it means good business. Now, should it be consequences? I feel like the consequence should be shit. I don't know. You lose the battle. I don't understand if people want niggas to get suspended for choke. It's different types of chokes because sometimes niggas do go blank. That doesn't mean they wasn't prepared. Sometimes niggas go blank. And then sometimes a nigga might slip up or mix the wrong round because they was editing transitions, how that go. But if you see a nigga that's clearly not prepared, maybe back-to-back choke should be more of a consequence. You know what I mean? Like maybe that should be it versus a nigga just choking one time. If a nigga is like constantly choking as a league, you should look at that, be like, why am I booking this nigga if he gonna choke? But the problem is leagues is not booking niggas for the raps.
That I ain't gonna lie. That the number one thing that motivate niggas is the bag. So I look at it like this. I personally been felt like the contract should say like, yo, if a nigga come and like a bad choke, a nigga, some of his back pay should get deducted. That'll make a nigga sturdy up for real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely, or make a nigga more nervous. Cause now you thinking about it. Sometimes niggas choke because they thinking about choking too much. It's almost
Yeah,
like you fucking
but guess what?
internally manifesting it.
But guess what? When you put that in the contract, yo, listen, any type of crazy choke, man, half of your back end is gone, or a quarter of your back end is gone. I promise you, it's gonna be more niggas locked in than nervous and probably choking because they nervous and thinking about it. It's gonna be more niggas coming prepared. I promise you that. Niggas don't want to lose that money, bro.
One thing I will give credit to the culture for when niggas do choke, the humiliation. Like when niggas choke and everybody is on them making jokes or whatever, I think that's a consequence within itself. Because now, if this is your reputation, this is how people looking at you, But the only thing is, all it takes is one performance for niggas to shake that.
But it's not even really the same no more. Like when you used to choke like or fuck up bad back in the day, it was an immediate reaction. Now it gets silent. It's like let him get through it, give him some time. Like shit is
You
not
gotta
is
blame Lux for that though.
it's not the same.
You gotta blame Lux, Banks.
But at the same time, I understand what he's saying though, right? Like you do get seniorities in this shit. Like, everybody's not LeBron James. Everybody's not the one that could bring their crew on the plane. So if you do bring a certain level of attention to the battle and sell a certain amount of tickets, it just is what it is. That question was more so for the people climbing the ranks. You know what I'm saying? The people who are aspiring to get into that top slot, that's top number one or two slot. You know what I mean? Because, and I asked that because, like, I remember, like, when you snatch somebody off the block in the neighborhood, right? And you say, let's go to DJ Clue or go to Funk Master Flex or something, they gonna have like 30 raps memorized. So that's why I was asking you earlier, like, and giving credit to the people who stay in the game for 10 plus years and still execute clean, almost flawlessly, because it takes a certain level of dedication to get that bag and then get the bag and then get the bag again and still remain dedicated to what it is you do, right? Because it's not a coincidence that when you pick you up off the block, you got at least 10, 30 bar raps that you know by heart. You couldn't fuck up with 30 people outside, yelling and shit like that. But it's the point where you do get distracted. You're not preparing the way you should. It's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those fuck ups, I get it. Sometimes you might blink out, but a lot of those fuck ups come from just being not prepared.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
That's a
fact.
fact.
I was having that conversation with my brother like last week, literally, because that's what we did. We went everywhere, had 1,000 raps, ready for ciphers and all of that. And it's just like, if I jump in a cipher right now, I wouldn't even know what verse or how many verses I got because the nigga done became so accustomed to only writing when you have
When you
to
get
type
paid
shit.
for it.
Like, yeah, like, but back then it was just like every day. And then that helped my memory too. Because if I go outside and I'm everywhere, and every time niggas see me is, yo, John, let me hear something, let me hear something, let me hear something. After a couple of days, you feel like everybody know these verses. So now, if I'm going outside tomorrow, I need to at least re-up with like 3 more verses. So now I'm compiling verses. So now when I move from New York to Atlanta and I'm jumping in ciphers, all them verses is available now. Because these niggas ain't heard none of them. So now I got 1,000 verses. So, and this is shit I had to memorize fast. So now my memory is just quick. And I think I remember shit under pressure without trying to. Then on top of the pressure I put on myself, the fact that people say that, John, I don't choke. So imagine a battle I happen, especially the big battle, and I choke, it's up. You ain't gonna have to penalize me. I'm gonna penalize myself. It's over.
And you
So
see
that
when Arch choked versus Mook, I mean, and then Mook started rapping like Arch didn't even try to fight it because at the end of the day, like there was certain rules that was governed by, you know what I'm saying, from like the early days, I'm saying when niggas was on the corners and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You
that's
fuck
what
up
we need
that
to
one
get back
time
to.
and that was it. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
need to
Like
happen.
Yo,
that's
I
what
ain't
I
gonna
Mhm.
lie. Back in them
yeah,
DVD
that's what I
days, a nigga, nigga, as soon as you stumble over a word, it's over with. Niggas wasn't letting you get nothing back.
I think that's where we need to get back to. We got to put more pressure on the battle. These battles is not pressured no more, man. Let's be real. What's the pressure? If I'm gonna get a deposit in my back end regardless, what's the pressure here? If I got
yeah,
3 battles booked ahead of time, what's the pressure for real? Because after this first battle, I'm still doing the other 2. So how do we
yeah.
put more pressure? Like more shit got to be in play to pressure niggas more, and niggas got to be willing to step up for these pressure times. Like test themselves. Like when I took that battle with Sirius Jones in 3 days, that was purposely to test myself. Nothing else. No other reason. Purposely to test myself and plus to get the battle with Jones out the way. And there was an opportunity and there was time. These niggas just they want to be in more comfortable situations. Fuck being comfortable. That's not what make you.
Yo, so yo, John, how would you feel if even if it wasn't like, all right, if you choke, you lose a percentage of your second half. What if it was like, all right, in the contract, if you choke, you owe me a battle, you owe whatever league it is a battle for half the price that you just got paid. You think that'll motivate niggas?
You know,
I
depends. A
think that
nigga.
I think that's respectable to be real. Like, yo, you fucked up on this league, you owe them a battle for half of what you just got paid.
Then they really not gonna be motivated. Then
Or
they
some
really
niggas
might
be
bullshit
already
the second
booked
time.
for the next year.
Damn, that's
Facts.
They
But niggas don't
really
be caring too because they know they booked on an upcoming card too. You know what I'm saying? So what if you choked, you know what I'm saying, a pre-battle before that card? And it's like, you're not going
like
on this card.
like Jay Black was saying. It starts with the passion from the battlers, right? It starts with the passion. The battlers got to be more into it and want it more and all of that. The battlers want money, man. The
that's like the
passion gonna
only
come from
shit
how
that
much that deposit is, because
that
that's how real it's gonna be. Unless a nigga just you got to tap in to find your own fun in it.
We gotta
Like
go back to niggas betting their own money too. You know what I'm
it's
saying? And
hard to
that
tell
brings
a nigga. It's hard to tell a nigga that 20,000 a couple times. You get what I'm saying?
right.
It's hard to tell a nigga that unseen five figures several times. Guaranteed. Yo, look, you gotta go, you gotta buckle down, you gotta gamble on yourself. You gotta, you know what I mean? It's hard to tell a nigga that. Like things change now, as far as the battlers coming up, as far as the battlers coming up, they focus cannot be the money right now. They focus can't be, you gotta bring in some money to be talking about money. How y'all just getting into it talking about money? What are you talking about what your price is?
That's my fault. But I'm gonna say, as far as the choking thing, one of the things that I put in place for the choking issue, when I would sponsor battles, I would put it in the contract that they'd have to complete the battle to get their full pay. And then on top of that, if you complete a battle, it guarantees you another battle. And I think in that way, you're incentivizing people to have a good performance. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that helps.
I'll tell you this. Every nigga that choked, I promise you they did not want to lose that battle. Regardless of what the incentives are, regardless of what, they did not want to lose, man. So you could put a bunch of shit in place, shit's still gonna happen. It's either you cut or you
I ain't
not.
had nobody choke yet since you know what I'm saying? Be honest.
No, I
I
think I
mean
think choking is
that's what you
inevitable. It's
booking.
too many outside things, but I think it's the habitual choking that becomes
Exactly.
problematic.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe if they continuously choke, then we start dealing with consequences.
So it's a
But
3 choke pass,
but
or what are we doing?
but I agree with Banks saying like it doesn't matter. Like if you choking, that's some type of slip up in the preparation. Some type of slip up. Maybe that one day you were supposed to be going over your shit. You just said, fuck it, I'll go over it tomorrow. And tomorrow done turned in tomorrow again. And then tomorrow, now you're like, damn, I battled tomorrow. Like, now you in some shit. So it is the preparation, you know what I mean? But
John, when
some niggas,
listen, so you don't remember when you was in school and you knew you was supposed to study for this test, and then you try to cram all the information in the night before. You know you was gonna fuck up when you was taking the test. So
you know, that
the whole
that's
idea that
that's the
really
only studying I ever
listen,
did. The only studying I ever did was the night before, and you know when you before you did the test, they gave reviews, and being that my memory was the way it was, once you gave me a
that's
review, it's
one of those
over. I'm good
anomalies
now.
again. No, you got artists that can freestyle, B. Everybody can't freestyle. Their brain don't work the same way. So the idea that they didn't want to lose the battle, no, they knew they was gonna lose. You could tell by their energy before the battle. Y'all amongst each other. When motherfuckers is in the back somewhere in the dark and walking around and smoking bogeys and niggas, but you know he's not prepared.
Oh yeah, some nigga. I said not everybody. If I ain't say not everybody, that's what I meant to say. Not everybody, wanted to lose. I thought they was gonna lose because some niggas be mad. Like even if you look at like with Twerk Battle Swamp, when Twerk Battle Swamp, right? You would say, you know, he fucked up, but you see how he hated to lose that. He did not want to lose that, but he choked.
No, that's a fact. We taking that
He,
win though.
As you should. But what I'm saying is, like, he didn't want to lose that. That's not nothing. He was just like, yo, fuck it. Like, he didn't, all that shit he was talking to Swamp and all of that, like, he didn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the one example I could think of. But I just be feeling like niggas try, but sometimes either you got it or you not. I do sometimes do think, since we talk about twerk, yeah, he be lazy, don't give a fuck. Last minute, day of, the night before, but he's not trying to lose. You know what I mean? So I don't.
And we've heard battle rappers say after battles, like, I went over my rounds 100 times and I knew it, but I still choked on stage. I think sometimes that could be crowd, somebody yell something hella loud that could throw you off. Your man's grab you too tight, throwing your ass across the building, and now you
I
distracted.
seen that
You know,
happen.
yeah, stuff
I
like
seen that
that.
What's
happen.
The
going on?
inevitable of like why you could
But
choke.
that's why I
I've
said you
seen
either
them,
got it. That's why I said you
Jaleesa.
got either.
I've seen them get right off stage and repeat after just choking on stage. Get off stage and recite their rounds flawlessly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why I say it's either you cut or you not. Because certain niggas that's really cut, they're not gonna let them distractions happen. Like certain shit is gonna happen. And how you get through that? Sometimes shit be throwing niggas off. Sometimes smoking on stage a fucking nigga up.
Yeah, it could happen.
One nigga might say one word 10 rows
It could
behind.
happen.
Yo, chill. What the fuck you talking
I,
about?
I,
Like
I done forgot.
anything can throw a nigga
I done
off.
forgot words to a record on stage. So it's definitely possible for you to just catch a blackout every now and then.
And you also got to be mental. Well, in a situation like a battle, you got to be mentally strong. You know what I'm saying, with whatever, like to try to like block out any distractions. You know what I'm saying, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the rappers up here can contest that. When y'all niggas was on corners just like I was, you had to rap over top of fucking cars, blasting music, cop sirens, crackheads
Niggas
arguing,
talking in the
shit like
background,
that,
all types of shit. You
because your
can't tell them to chill
reputation is
out.
on the line.
You
Yeah, your
can't like
reputation is on the line. You know what I'm saying? You want to walk away from this shit with people talking about you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I think if niggas care more about their reputation as opposed to just, well, I know my fans gonna support me anyway, you know what I'm saying? Then niggas would care more about, you know what I mean, not choking and slipping up and shit like that or getting distracted on stage because you already got it in your mind. I ain't letting nothing stop me, you know what I'm saying? Because my rep is on the line.
yeah, niggas either built
Also,
or
I also
not.
be wondering when y'all go over y'all rounds with people, do y'all like the people that listen, are they quiet? Because when people like that I know that wanted to go over rounds with me, I will react. I will stop them purposely so they can get used to that. Because you never know what's going to happen when you get on stage. What you think somebody gonna react to, they may not. So I'll react naturally. I'll just randomly interrupt, just purposely, so I can make sure they know they rounds, so they won't choke. Just try to prevent it. Because if you're always going over your round straight with no interruptions, you're not going to be prepared for those inevitable things that happen when you're on stage.
Yo,
That's a
yo,
good
I'm not
take,
gonna
Lisa.
lie.
It was
That's
a battle. What's up with
I ain't
you?
gonna lie. I do that same thing. Like when I'm listening to
That was a
JC
good
and
take.
Showgrounds, nigga, I react. So and yeah, I tell niggas you gotta get through that, bro. I'ma react so you can understand. Like when that crowd react, nigga, don't let that shit throw you off your game, bro. You gotta stay focused, bro, for real.
And Mickey
I
had a
tell you
prime
this.
example
I'll
with
also
Black too.
purposely not react to a haymaker. They'll spit a haymaker in my mind. I'm like, nah, that was crazy. But the crowd don't be reacting all the time. So you can't get thrown off by what you thought was a bomb that ended up being a dud
Expecting
either.
reactions fucks niggas up too. So that's
Yeah.
Every time.
when niggas expecting reactions to shows and a performance or they try to lyrics set it up like what? Now you now you got niggas hyping their own shit. What? Y'all ain't hear that? Yeah, we heard it. Nigga, keep going. Fuck is wrong with you? But niggas be doing that. I done got accustomed to expecting people to not fuck with me so much. I just be tuning all of that shit out. But that helped me again. But that's what I learned through experience for me. You know, newer battler, they not gonna know that through experience. They gonna expect reaction because every time they watch a battle, that's what they seeing. The reactions. But I
What's up,
can't
y'all? That's
shoot.
a good point, John John. But you know what? Sometimes a nigga not reacting to something you thought was gonna be so good could fuck you up so bad it'll take your confidence from 100 to 2. And now you like, what the fuck? They gonna hate the
Especially
rest
if
of
you're
this
getting
shit.
bombed on. Especially if your
Yeah, and now
opponent
you
wilding
feeling
on you.
like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't like none of this shit that I'm about to say. If y'all ain't react to this and I knew this was the one, now I'm afraid to even rap the rest of this shit. Sometimes that fuck you up because y'all know I be having a little stumblance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Nah,
it
I
be
never heard it.
anything that fuck you up.
So Mickey Faxon said on an episode of Champion Black that's actually re-uploaded it. He said like he be preparing for shit. Like he'll have Chilla like turn the volume all the way up, you know what I'm saying, in a hotel on whatever music they're watching and be yelling at him while he's rapping his route so that way he can, you know what I'm saying, get on stage and not be able to be distracted that easily. You
No,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
That's
used to
what
go
But
out.
that might not be what happens though, right? You
yeah,
turn that up and then a nigga pass out while you rapping.
yeah.
You feel me? Like in the fucking tournament, everything went out and they had a pizza party in between me and fucking Head Ice Round. So by the time we come back, I don't remember nothing. And they was like, well, start back right where you was at. And I'm like, how? I don't even know what the fuck I said last. You understand what I'm saying? But who could prepare for that? To know that the lights about to go out and
Exactly.
niggas about to have lunch
But
during my
now,
shit.
if that happens again, no shoe, being that you went through that, you'll be more prepared for it this time.
Oh, for sure. But
And
that's
that's the
that's
point
kind of
I'm
how I
making as
felt with
far as
like Suge. You
experience,
feel
though.
me? I battled Suge and I never had nobody talk through my shit because y'all know I'm type big and you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the bitches is afraid of me, but they ain't gonna talk while I'm rapping. So when I battle Suge, he's doing wow talking and I'm like, what the fuck? That shit threw me
Salute
off.
to the
But the
boss
next time
man.
we battle, I was ready for that shit. So I'm talking back. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole, you know what I'm saying, 180, 360, whatever you say, when I battle Suge the second time because I was prepared for shit like that. You feel me?
And that shit you only gonna know to do once you go through it. That shit you only gonna
That's
know
a fact.
to happen once you go through it. So niggas gotta be. So you could train yourself for anything outside of the field. You could train. You could do whatever you think's supposed to work. But once you get up there and if shit don't go your way, you learn. All right, maybe I should do it. This way or that way. But there's no way I could ever spar with a nigga like Bad News and him not knock my fucking shoulder off. React. Y'all think News is bad when he's when he's hyping somebody in a battle. He's the same way if you sparring with this nigga. So you're gonna get all of the distractions and stops and everything. Fucking with even if he on a phone. Even if he on the phone. What? Nah, nigga, nah, fuck that. Nah.
Yeah, I need that.
So you
When I'm going over my shit, I be like, unmute, bitch. Let me hear something, or I'ma scrap this shit.
you ever been going over your bars or something and somebody muted you or muted their phone but you ain't know? Then you had to stop because you ain't getting no reaction. Like, hold on, do you fuck with
Yes,
this?
like my
Like,
shit
oh,
trash, bro. What happened?
like, nah, my phone's on mute. You going crazy. Keep going. Nah, nigga, take your shit off mute. I need to hear all of
But
the
But that's why I think, we have such a tough job as battle rappers because we can never go up there and repeat the same thing. If we do, niggas frown upon it, even though it's our shit. Oh, he recycling bars. You know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey ain't made a CD in I don't know how long, but every year during Christmas, she popping. She could go wherever. She could sing whatever. But we got to come up with new material every single time, memorize that shit, perform that shit, and be perfect the first time. We don't get no redos. You know what I'm saying?
and gotta impress. We
Fact.
gotta impress every time on top of that. The same people that already know what type of shit we coming with, they know whatever, we still gotta be impressive. That would just set us apart. But we at the creativity level is at one point. It's time to really turn it up now, man. I think niggas is being too reliant on what they think works and something else gotta happen. We gotta see some different type shit now. I feel like because it's a show now. It is what it is. We gotta use the show to bring attention to the bars. Be-
That's true. And I also feel like some of what Lloyd Banks was saying was correct. When I think about how long I've been in this shit, I be like, when somebody asks me, I be like, oh, I've been battling for 10 years. My fault, I'm outside, so a car going by. I be like, I've been battling for 10 years. Realistically, I've been battling for 14 years. And for us, some of us that been in it since like damn near the beginning, to still be relevant, still be rocking stages, we need to give ourselves some grace because that's crazy that we still making money, still traveling, still got fans that fuck with us all these years later.
No, yeah, that's a fact.
Y'all think stars should be can be made, or is it either you get it or you don't?
Nah, stars ain't the issue.
Got it or you don't.
Superstars is the issue. You can make stars. Superstars is a whole different conversation, and there's no new superstars. On my bugging, John John.
What's the difference for you,
I
Frank?
think superstars is the people that can grow outside of the. My fault, Batman. What'd you say?
I think personality is what creates.